All right, here we are with a trade recap. Today was a really good day on the charts. So I want to get straight into this. So let's scale up here to 5 minute real quick and we can basically look at what we here have on ES. So I took the trade on ES. As you can see, there are two trades here. And I'm going to get straight into that. So I marked out London high here, and then obviously I marked out the lowest point. Actually, the lowest point's actually right there. Okay, so I marked out the lowest point as well. We got this 4 hour draw on liquidity. We got another draw on liquidity here. This is a 1 hour, and then this is also a 1 hour as well. I have this other 4 hour down here just in case if I'm going to trade down to that far. I mean, we did hit that there, but I didn't get out there. So what I was looking at here on the chart, let me actually scale it to 15 minute. Okay, so I saw this 15 minute candle close here, drew that, and then we also have, I marked out this 5 minute candle right here when it closed. So this was my 5 minute fair value gap here that I had here. And then we decided I wanted to see some more manipulation. So we came down here. Then I wanted to see some strong bullish order flow here. So I'm going to scale down to 1 minute here, so y'all can see this here. So now I'm looking for entries. I marked out a 5 hour fair value gap, and we swept this London low liquidity here. Now I'm looking for some manipulation here. As you can see, I saw some strong bullish price actions. It tapped into this fair value gap here. And then I wanted to see another form of manipulations just to confirm my long position here on this first trade here. So I entered in on once it finally tapped into here again this wick. Let me actually zoom in so you can actually see that a little bit more. See how this candle tapped into this midpoint here. I entered in here, and as you can see, this is a 1.26 risk to reward. Take profit up here. That was 2 contracts sold there. All right, let's get into this other trade here so I can show y'all that scale right back up to 15 minute here. So actually, I think that's actually like a little too far. I think that's actually like, it's actually better on 5 minute. So I knew that we're going to come down here. I felt like, well, my bias for the day was shorts for the day. But as you know here on the charts, you have to trade what the market gives you here. So it's always good to stick to a single bias, but when the market gives you opportunity, you have to seize that opportunity, of course. So I wanted to take advantage of that there because I had a strong bias towards shorts. As you can see, we're making all times high here. We are trading, I mean, we broke all-time highs like quite a few times here. You can just see just straight. I mean, for the past like almost month, I mean, really, all you had to do is wait for market to open, manipulate just a little bit, press buy, and pray, literally. So I felt like that my bias coming into this was short here. And I knew that we were going to fall today. I had a really strong bias. So let's get into this here. Let's get into my second trade here. Okay, I get out of this trade here. I'm still holding tight to my bearish bias here. And I want to stick to that there. So I'm just looking for opportunity at this point to short here. So what are my confluences is this? Well, obviously, like I just kept repeating that I had a strong bias towards shorts here coming into today. So I waited here. Let me scale down actually just a little bit here because I was looking at this. So coming into this, we come off of this. I'm just pretty much just waiting here. I'm looking for some manipulations towards the downside here. I know that we need another strong pull to the upside here, so I'm waiting for this. I'm like, okay, and we close with a strong. Let me scale back up here to 5 minute. I know this is a lot of switching to different time frames and things here, but I'm looking for a move up here. We need a move up here. So as this strong 5 minute candle closes here, I feel like this is a strong fair value gap here. So pretty much I'm just waiting for some confluences towards bearish trading here. So let me scale down to 1 minute once again here. So I'm pretty much looking for entries. Okay, we have that strong 5 minute fair value gap here. So I'm waiting for a candle to tap into that midpoint there, and I want to make sure that we get into this here. So let me actually, because I didn't lock that. Let me lock that there. Okay, so like I said here, I'm waiting for it to tap into this midpoint here. This was some strong bearish order flow here. So this candle closes into the midpoint here. I wait for just a little bit longer just so I can enter here to make sure that we are in strong bearish order flow here. So I entered in on that 5 minute candle there. Let me actually scale up here. I entered in on this strong 5 minute candle. It closed, entered there, and we smack another. I think this was actually just one contract. I'm pretty sure that I closed on. Yeah, it's one contract. As you can see that number one right there. Let me make sure. Is this two contracts that I sold off here? Yes, it was. It was two contracts, as you can see right there. And then number two. So you can see that I sold off two contracts there. This was great, great trading. This is what trading is about. You see, I lost money yesterday here, and then I'm just raking it back in here. That's what trading is literally all about here. Made back all of my money, I'm pretty sure there. So I'm gonna post a picture there so you can see them contracts sold. Um, yeah, so let me just kind of leave that there so y'all can kind of see that beautiful, beautiful trades that we had there. So, um, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for this trade recap here. I think I covered it within like 5 minutes there because, I want to be able to provide value there and explain it to the best of my ability. So, because this is my purpose here and this is what I want to speak about, it's about your purpose. You got to find out something that you are willing to dedicate at least, like I say, if you want to be good at something, you have to dedicate at least 10,000 hours to it. I have a lot of hours in this charts. I think I have well over 10,000 hours in the market here. So, you just need to find something that you're willing just to stick to and willing just to grind. You need to fall in something. You need to fall in love with something that you can sit there and say, I can do this every single day, even on my worst day. I can still do what you want to do with your life. So obviously you can tell my purpose. I'm put on this earth to teach people how to trade and how to provide value. I love trading. It's literally the best thing in the world. Yeah, this is literally what I would do. I would dedicate a whole bunch of hours into this, and then some people just, they quit literally. Like quitting is literally the worst thing that you can do. Dude, literally, I have lost a lot of money in the charts, but I've also made a lot of money in the charts as well, as you can tell here. So I'm just sitting here and just giving you my knowledge and what I've been through. Like I'm telling you, finding your purpose is literally the number one thing in this world. Well, really in life, really, you need to find something that, like I said, you can just sit there and on my worst day, I can dedicate my life to this, and I can do it, like I said, on my worst day. But yeah, you just don't need to quit. Like quitting, I don't understand. Why would you just, you know, put a lot of time in and just, just throw it all away, throw it down the trash, literally. So, find your purpose. I mean, that's literally all I got to say. Like I said, dedicate your life to something. Don't quit. Just don't quit. That's literally why most people fail and most people are poor, really. They just quit too easily. They didn't grasp the concept of dedicating your life to something like you're willing to do each and every single day. It doesn't matter if it's hard. Obviously it's going to be hard. If you want to get good at something, you're going to work at it, and then you're gonna work, and then you're gonna fail, no results, work, fail, no results, work, paid, like just like that. It literally comes to you just like that. Now, the thing that told me that I was profitable is that I put in so much time, and I'm like, I'm putting all this time in, and I'm losing, and I'm just like, this is just part of the game, really. This is the game of life. You're gonna put in a lot of hours, and like I said, it's gonna be work, no results, no results. I mean, people ain't gonna see the fruits into your labor until one day, you're just like I said, it's just like that. It's gonna just gonna show up like that. But there's time that needs to be put into it. Like the bare minimum I say is at least 10,000 hours in something. That's literally the bare minimum. There are going to be days like where you're mentally drained, or if you're working physically, you're going to be physically drained. So, there are going to be them days. I'm not lying. Like, the market will, manipulate you, and you know, it will give you the worst sometimes. Like sometimes you'll just lose, but I'm not just talking about trading. Trading. I'm talking about, at anything, so a lot of people have jobs and stuff, and there's going to be like a lot of bad days, but majority of my audience wants money online and want to dedicate to their lives to online money. It's good and all, but like there's going to be days where like you're going to be streaming, you're going to be working on your Shopify business, you're going to be working on your TikTok shop business, you're going to be working on Amazon FBA. It literally could be literally anything. I'm just speaking in generally here. There's going to be times where you're just working there, you're having this product sit in your warehouse or wherever, and it's not being shipped out. You're not getting no traction, no audience, no nothing. You're not getting no views, and you're just sitting there with this inventory that you already paid for, and it's just sitting there and no one's buying. You're not catching any eyes. So, or if you're working on like YouTube and stuff, you're not getting no views, you're posting videos. As you can tell, some of my videos have like 0 views, but do I care? A little bit, yeah, but if you want to come here, you want to learn. So, I'm just giving you literally everything for free. I mean, you can just come on my YouTube channel. I mean, I have a ton of free knowledge here that you can just sit there and just watch, but it's your choice if you want to like, do something with your life. It's your choice. Like no one's telling you what to do to spend your time on. It's just there. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Like I said, the three takeaways I could say from this video is, find your purpose, dedicate at least 10,000 hours, and don't quit from something just because it's hard. I mean, we all know life is hard. You're going to work towards something. Obviously, it's going to be hard. So, it's just sitting here and dedicating your purpose to something and then enjoying the fruits of your labor. So that's literally it. That's literally all I can say. I don't want to take any more of your time, but I think I, spoke the truth. So I think that's something I'm going to leave off on. I'm going to catch y'all guys later in the next trade recap. I hope y'all's trading goes good. And if y'all are working on something else, just please keep continuing and putting forth effort so you can enjoy the fruits of your labor. That's literally it. I appreciate you guys. Take care.